Sunday here at the Crucible has become synonymous with the Paul Hunter Day, a great way to remember a wonderful, wonderful champion. Chris, you're at the helm of all the Paul Hunter activities. Just give a brief précis as to what's going on behind here. It looks as though Davis is rolling back the years in style against some young up-and-coming players.
Well, he's having a go at this 60-second challenge, Rob, which is something we use on the Paul Hunter sessions. It's actually a minute, as we know, and it's as many reds as you can pop in that, that allotted time, and it gives everybody a chance to play in some form of competitive snooker. But also behind me, it gives them a chance to play Steve Davis.
Well, I know he's been put off by some of the music. You can hear the Benny Hill tune in the background. We have the Jaws music as well. It's just great fun, this, and what an opportunity for these young lads to play a six-time world champion and a really good bloke.
Yeah, absolutely, and he throws his heart and soul into everything that the foundation does. He's a patron now as well, and really it just falls in line with Paul Hunter's wishes, which was to get able-bodied, disadvantaged kids off the streets and play free snooker across the UK and Ireland.
And I didn't realise this until we spoke just a moment or two before the interview, that Paul actually set this up before he passed away.
Absolutely, and I think the vision was that people would donate, and when the money was gone, it was gone. We've been lucky enough in Paul's name to go out there and bid for different things, get funding. People have been so generous, and really the main thing is we put smiles on people's faces in Paul's name, and it was a great looking lad, as you can see, and we purposely used Paul's face on all our material to let people remember and show what a great lad he was.
And you've got about 50 or so youngsters who are going to be watching the live action this afternoon in the Crucible. Which clubs or what areas have they come from today? Because you couldn't invite everybody you've worked with, not to play Davis and to come and watch the action at the Crucible. So who have you chosen here for today and why?
Well, we've got various projects up and going around the country, and one of them is with the Young People Service in Lancashire. So we've got a group from Skelmersdale coming here for the first time ever to see competitive or professional snooker, which is fantastic. We've also got 4 areas that have come together to play in a league, which has been won by the Golden Cue, and that was an idea by Mukesh Palmer, working together with Lee Gort and Garibaldi at Star Academy, Andrew Highfield. They've been competing in this league, which has been fantastic, because we've had competitive snooker for the first time ever. And that's been great, and together with that we've got the North Notts Snooker Junior Academy with Steve Malinder. So in total we've got about 80 people here today, with 50 of them going into the Crucible at 2:30 to remember Paul and watch some great action.
And what a way to mark your first occasion at the Crucible, the drive for the quarterfinals. It'll be Dominic Dale against Michael Wasley, and Judd Trump coming out against Ryan Day. It's a great lineup for their first live snooker.
Well, it's absolutely fantastic, and when you think about it, such a special place is the Crucible, and what we're trying to create within CueZone is that this is the home of grassroots snooker, and it's a privilege for the foundation to be here. The middle Sunday is always special, and even more special with Paul Hunter involved.
Couldn't have put it better myself. A great legacy for Paul. Brilliant work. Keep it up, and you never know, Davis might actually beat one or two of these kids. But he's not doing so at the moment. But I think he's letting them in with a few.
He is a little bit. But can I just say on behalf of all the team, a big thank you to everybody that says yes. We knock on a lot of doors and say, help. Can you make this happen? Can you do this? And there's been some big supporters, over the last few years, in particular the company I work for, Jim Harkness, Barry Hearn at World Snooker, Jason Ferguson, Steve Davis, Dennis Taylor, Sean Murphy. I could go on, but most of all, for everybody, it's a big thanks from all of us, because it does mean a lot, the support that we get. And again, thanks to you guys as well.
Steve, what a brilliant way to remember Paul, and what a great way to get the next generation of players enthusiastic about the game.
Yes, I mean the Paul Hunter Foundation has done a tremendous amount of work, and that combined with sort of the CueZone into schools thing, we're trying to get as many kids to like the game as possible, and also to give them some free snooker if they're not in a position to be able to sort of play themselves and pay for themselves. But you can see, you bump into talent all over the place. All the lads that have played through have been fantastic.